Hi, I'm Andy Cocktail Dress, Culture, and welcome to another of our short instructional videos for co-ops, community businesses, and their development workers. In this series of videos, we're looking at how you might create detailed financial projections, either for your co-op, your community business, or for the co-op or community business that you are supporting. This is a look at the information that you need to think about before you actually start creating the financial projections. And it's a little series on organizing your work and the sort of general things that you need to think about. This specific video, we're going to be looking at thinking about who the final audience for your work on for these financial projections are going to be. For this video, we are going to be using, and for all the videos in this series, I'm going to be using LibreOffice Calc, which is the spreadsheet program that I am most familiar with. But the underlying principles and how you go about doing this would work for similarly Excel or Google Sheets or iNumbers. So to start with, the first question that you have to ask yourself when you think about creating detailed financial projections for a client is, who is the final audience? And the final audience is often not necessarily your client. So the final audience may well be the members of the public that these financial projections are going to be used to be inserted into a share offer document. And so who's going to read that? Okay, so that is going to be members of the public. So you might want to think about not having quite so much detail in the bit that they are ending up seeing. Why is that important? Well, then, because actually one of the things you're going to need as part of your spreadsheet is output tables, things that are going to get copied from your spreadsheet and put into the other documents, the documents that are going to go to the public. So who is going to see the end result of this? And does that mean you need to have clearly defined output tables, things that are going to be taken out of this and put into other documents? Now, I see an awful lot of documents where I get given a spreadsheet and I get given a business plan, and the figures in the business plan don't match the figures in the spreadsheet due to some form of transcription error. It's very, very simple now to insert parts of a spreadsheet into another document if you just use the same sheet. So if you're using the LibreOffice suite of software and you're writing your document in LibreOffice, then LibreCalc can be, parts of LibreCalc can be inserted directly in, or you can copy it over as an image, rather than transcribing and producing errors. But if you're going to do that, having clearly defined tables, this is the bit that I'm going to use, will make that very easy for the final, for the person that's then transcribing the things over or copying the things over. So for instance, here is a spreadsheet which has a 20-year cash flow, which is a complicated cash flow with lots of information. It goes on for a very long period of time. But for the share offer document, they actually only needed 5 years and they needed headline figures. So they didn't need to know how the net operating cash flows were made up, but what the net operating cash flows were. They didn't, again, need to know which bit of the financing was because shares were invested, which bit of the financing was because loans were being paid back or shares were being paid back. They just needed to know the net outcome, the net changes in the cash flow, and what effect that may have on the sort of opening cash balance and the closing cash balance. So then we have this table here, highlighted here, which can then just be used and copied directly over or inserted as some form of OLE object if you're using the Libra suite. It may well be that actually what you're having is forecasts at the end of a business plan, and you're not getting the highlighted information, you're getting all of the information. And if you're going to do that, then you need to think about how it's going to be formatted on a page. So if I went to this spreadsheet that I made for a client, and this has got output sheets, P&L output, cash flows output, because it's also got input sheets where people can insert data and then it gets outputted into these. But if I tried to print this to insert it into a document, so I went to File, Print Preview to show you what it looks like, you can see actually that's not too bad. Often, because it hasn't been formatted properly, it would usually look like this. And that makes it, there's not that much useful information on that page. So what I would tend to do is I would have a page, a sheet that's called to print, where it's actually then formatted for printing. And because I just changed the last one, it's changed it on that. So I'm just going to reformat. So it's correct to show you what it looks like. So generally, when you're making financial forecasts, you should format the page for printing. You should format the page as in landscape. If there are too many rows for you to fit a P&L on a landscaped page, then you need to be thinking about summarizing some of these rows, because otherwise it looks, there's too much information there. So now I have clearly defined page. It's called to print, so people know this is the thing that I need to print. It has the data there, and it has the data fitted onto an A4 sheet of paper. So this could then be exported as a PDF and inserted into other documents, or just had on its own. You may also want to think about maybe having some form of graphical representation. So we all have different forms of intelligence, and there's no right or wrong form of intelligence, but we all understand the world in different ways. And if you're trying to present information to people, you need to present information in a format that they will understand. So one of the things that really helps with that is having, graphical representation. So if we go back to this spreadsheet, which has this output table that we just looked at, well, actually, what I'm mostly interested in is what changes in cash does this organization have, and how much cash does it have in the bank at the end? Yeah, that's generally the things that I'm most interested in. So I'll just make a little graph, which I'll do by highlighting the cells that I'm most interested in. Go to insert chart. Why aren't you working? Come on. Thank you. That was a bit slow. Okay, so insert chart, column and line, number of lines 1, data series in rows, first row as label, first column as label, finish. And then I have a little chart. Huh, I don't want to edit that now because that's done it in the wrong order. Okay. So then I have created a graph which has the net changes in cash flow as a line. It has how much cash we actually have as our closing cash balance, and that can then be exported and put into a document and give some quick, useful information for people to see when they're trying to read through things. So that's the end of this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you would like to see more videos, short instructional videos for co-ops, community businesses and their development workers, please subscribe to the channel. And if you hit the notification icon, you'll be notified when we upload more videos in either this series or others. Thanks everyone for watching.